Molly McCook declined. Hello. So anybody who does know, okay, Molly requested. So anybody who does know, so I just ended the live. It asked me to share it to my stories. I shared it to my stories. Hi.
My mom just texted me and told me no more wine. Anyway,
Lorette!
I'm drinking water now.
We're hydrating. It's fine. So I just ended it, and it only gave me, because I was talking to Francia, because she has been doing these yoga lives, and then she's saving it to IGTV. But it just gave me the option. It said end the live. I ended the live, and then I hit share to story.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how I save it to have for later.
I think it's a setting that you have to do in advance, and two, you can also just screen record it after the fact, which is annoying because you're gonna just have to like put your phone down.
I'm gonna have to like watch us and be wildly embarrassed.
Embarrassed? No, we're fine. Right?
Somebody goes, "Go home, you're drunk." Oh, you're already home.
I'm home. I am.
Anyways, let me start this story over. The worst dating story I've ever heard. My best friend Kim goes out with this guy. They go on like 5 dates together. And she thinks that he's in potential running to be the one. And she winds up sleeping with him. It's bad. Mid sleeping with him, he gets up to go get water, comes back to finish the job, and then once it's done, he looks at her, finger guns her, and says, "Another satisfied customer." She goes, "In my defense, I think everyone is the one. Gimme." But then she like tried to leave, and this psycho like wouldn't let her leave. And then she hasn't seen him in years, and she just like saw him at a bar the other night.
Oh,
crazy.
Good.
Can you imagine getting?
No, I would laugh very hard. I don't even know. I think I'd be like, "Get out," or "I'm leaving," or whatever.
She couldn't. It was his apartment.
I can't. That is so bizarre. That is so weird. Okay, I have one.
Okay.
I was very casually seeing this guy, and we had gone out like a number of times, but still casual. And and this was so long ago that I can't tell you how long it was, but like maybe a month, I don't know. And I was walking down the street. I was with a friend, and we were leaving a restaurant or getting to a restaurant, and I see him, and he's sitting outside of a bar, and I'm like, "Hi." And I'm like, "Oh my God, hi. Like, I look good. Like, I'm out. Nice to see you. Maybe we'll hang out." And he's literally runs away from his table, and I look and see that he's with a girl. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Huh? I'm oh, you're with someone." It was so uncomfortable. I wasn't even like, I didn't cry because I wasn't like in love with him or anything, but it was so uncomfortable and weird. And I remember I went home, and he called me the next morning, which is like an obvious, he was with her all night. Called me next morning. I'll never forget the conversation because I was like, "What? Like, what? That was so weird." And he was like, "Well, I mean, we never had a conversation that we were exclusive." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but I would have liked to know that." Like, I remember we had this whole conversation. I was like, "Are you sleeping with her?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, you probably should have told me that. Like, that's something that I should know. I'm not asking you to be exclusive with you. And I actually, like, I really don't want to be now. So like,
someone goes, "Was it his wife?" Oh no.
What?
Someone goes, "Was it his wife?"
Was it his wife? No, he'll never get married.
No.
No.
But like,
guys who have girlfriends and then see other girls are douchebags. Yeah. I don't think he had another girl. I think he was I think he was
Serial
just
dating.
casually dating. I also have one of those. I was in high school and I like totally fell in love with this guy, and I like asked him to my prom, and he was an actor and had never been to like a real prom before, and I asked him in this really cute way. I put little papers in fortune cookies and I asked him to go to prom, and he was so excited. And then before prom happened, like literally the night before, I found out from other people that he was dating his long-term ex-girlfriend and had never stopped seeing her. And he was like, but I'll still go to prom with you. And I was like, absolutely not. I would rather go alone. Are you insane? And I went with like my best friend at the time. And I was like, this is cool. Like,
That was like
so,
my
like,
high school
everyone goes through
boyfriend.
it.
My high school boyfriend who cheated on me and broke up with me because I wouldn't have sex with him. And then he left me for another girl who would.
Yeah.
And then they only dated for 4 months.
Cool.
And then they broke up before prom. And then at prom, he asked me to dance. And the whole dance, he was like, I made a mistake. And,
Yeah.
you know, I blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to go to the bathroom.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Yeah, like everyone just
Quit.
like go through your journey, whatever it's supposed to be. Like, we can't not make mistakes. You have to have. I thoroughly
I'm
believe
so
that
happy for all the
I'm
guys who
so
broke
glad.
my heart.
I would never. I don't even regret the worst ones. Like, every single experience, good or bad, like made me realize what I'm interested in. Like, I will say, let me like lay this out there. John and I were both in other relationships when we met each other. This was another question that someone brought up, not question. Yeah, like, how do you know when you've met the one?
Yeah.
And Katie and I will definitely say like the most cliche thing, which is that like when you know, and you do, which is probably
It's
so
like
annoying for you to hear.
I used to hear people say
It's
that,
so
and I was
obvious.
like, you know that now though because you
Yeah.
have found the one, which like there is some truth to that, but there is an
Yeah.
undeniable feeling that you have that you can't really place in that moment as being that. Does that make sense? But
Yeah.
like you continue with your story. I'll tell the story of
No,
how I called it.
it's not necessarily a story. It's just that like John and I were both with someone that were with people who were very wrong for us, like not very fitted to us. I was dating someone who was like very outside of like what I usually dated, which was exciting and new for me for a while. And he was very comfortable in his relationship, but comfortable doesn't necessarily mean exciting and great. And so when we met each other, like the excitement came back and I had butterflies and I was like, oh my God, this is wrong. What's happening? But I was like, oh, right. It wasn't like an instant, oh, I need to be with John Krause in that moment because I felt so bad. And I was like, what am I feeling? It was more so like, oh, right. I do need to be with someone who's more like this. I do miss that in my life. I do need that in a partner. Oh, right. That's something that like I need. So anyway, it's, there's something to say for like just experiencing the good and bad relationships in your past and present. And you don't need to be hard on yourself, but like follow your instincts and your heart. Try to be as honest with yourself as you can and with the person that you're with as soon as possible. But that's the reality. Anyway, that's my
I
spiel.
say this all the time. When you say goodbye to the person who's wrong for you, you open yourself up to finding the person who's right for you. And just like you've been dreaming about the idea of that person exists somewhere in the world and is dreaming about the idea of you. And that makes love exciting, I think.
It does. So true. Oh my God. Hi, Chicken Nipples. I love you. I love you both. All three of you, actually.
The guy who ghosted me, I had been dating for like 8 months. And like silly me, like knew the whole time that it wasn't really going anywhere, but I didn't know how to like articulate what I needed or what I wanted. And so it took me like 4 months into us dating for me to get the courage. And I finally we were in the same acting class together and he like never wanted to act like we were together.
Yeah.
Like we would be in front of people we knew and like I would go to hold his hand and he would like kind of pull away because he wanted to like keep things separate. Which should have been my first red flag of like, you shouldn't be with anybody who like makes you feel like he's ashamed to be with you. But so after a night of that, I was like, so I just need some clarity. Like, is this just for fun or is this going somewhere? And he like got really awkward, and then he was like, well, I mean, I thought it was just for fun, not to say it's not going anywhere. And I just like took a breath, and I was like, okay. And he goes, I'm sorry. And I go, no. I was like, I just want to be clear, because if I meet someone who is interested in being with me, I'm not going to say no if this is just for fun.
Yeah.
And then from me saying that, like right after that, he was like all about like trying to hold my hand and like kiss me in public and like all of that stuff. So I was like, but then I should have just been like, well, that is a no, goodbye. But I just wanted to be in a relationship so bad, and I wanted that kind of love so bad that I like stayed with somebody that I was convincing myself that I could have something with, even though I knew all along that I wouldn't.
Sure.
So it was kind of like, shame on me, whatever that fool me twice kind of mantra is. Because then even months after that, when things were seemingly going well, I went to New York for a month in like end of November to shoot a movie. And my birthday's in December. When I left for the movie, he ghosted me. He did not text me. He did not call me. He like maybe sent me a text on my birthday, like maybe the last minute of my birthday, being like, just happy birthday.
Yeah.
And then didn't talk to me at all. And I was like, I like went through all the emotions of it, of like being angry and being sad and all of that. But I'm like, I look back at it and I'm like, my mom even said to me, she goes, you didn't even like him.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even torn up about it? You didn't even like him.
Yeah.
And I like obviously got defensive, and I was like, yes, I did, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. The perspective comes later. For sure.
But then I got back to LA, and he like asked me to like have a drink.
Here's the thing. The thing about like all of this is, this is the point I was making earlier. Like one of my really good friends, I've been talking to her about this guy that she's been talking to. Anyway, who's not worthy of, like, she's so worthy of so many wonderful things, and he's not great. But like, if that person is like saying, let's keep it casual, or we don't need to, let's not commit to anything right now, that is a red flag. You know, yes, to take things slow is one thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the red flag of someone, like you were saying, not wanting to hold your hand or not wanting to call you guys exclusive when the time should be right, like that is just such a sign that they probably want to keep messing around. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want all of it, and that's not fair to you. And some things happen without your knowledge, and you just have to follow your instinct. Like, why isn't this person like really wanting to be with me all the time? John was not in a good place when we decided to, or before we decided to be together, and we had both broken up with our people. He wasn't in a great place, and I wanted to just do it right then and there and like be together. And he was like, I can't give you what you deserve right now. I can't. And I knew that he was the one. Like, I knew that it was worth hanging around for, but he wasn't being bad to me. He wasn't like, but he needed to figure it out first, because he knew that I deserved better. But when there's someone who's like kind of keeping you on the side for whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be physical, but maybe it's just like having you as a friend, like to hang out with it for selfish reasons. Like that's not great. Just like know your worth.
I mean, I also think about it in a way too, where I'm like, I'm sure there's like some person in the world cursing my name, cursing your name, cursing John's name, cursing Paul's name, you know, like, because those people weren't the right fit for them. You know, we are with our people now, so we're like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
and they're
it's
amazing.
definitely
and whatever.
easy to have a perspective now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm so thankful for all of my experiences and those heartbreaks and stuff, because I mean, it teaches you how to then just be a human. You know?
Let's all be humans.
Let's all be human.
Yeah.
This has been so fun.
The best. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I know.
And I just want to say to everyone out there, it's important that we stay home right now. Even though it's easy to stay home and ignore what's going on, it's good to stay home, first of all. But two, we kind of take moments to kind of talk about things and where we're at, because my anxiety level about it can get very hard. Sometimes I can't sleep. I get freaked out about it out of all my like CNN alerts, and so that can be a lot. But there is some sort of like comfort in knowing that we're all in it together. So take it seriously, but also try to talk to people. Doesn't matter if you're quarantining with them or not. Like, look what we're doing. I feel like you and I have talked more than we have in the past couple of weeks than we have in the past couple months because of, or like the past 6 months because of what is happening. So there is a positive in it all, in this twisted world, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, I saw something, I think Laura Dern posted something today that I reposted, and it was kind of all about like when you walk out into the world and you see everything, like you see the empty stadiums and you see the empty restaurants and all those things, don't look around and think of it as the end of the world. Look around and see it as like, wow, this is how much love there is in the world for each other and for humankind, because all of these people are shutting down and businesses are going to be struggling, you know, restaurants are going to be struggling, all of these people are going to be struggling, but it's because we all came together for a common good to shut down and to make sure that we're all safe and that we're all healthy. And you know, I think it's so hard to do, but you know, reading things about changing your perspective from I'm stuck at home to I'm safe at home is really powerful. And
I do feel safe. I feel safe here. And also like do things that you haven't been able to do. Like,
let's end this on this positive note. What are things that you're wanting to do in this quarantine that you put off? Or
we've already done so many things. Like we ordered a new shower head on Amazon, by the way, that was like super cheap, and we installed it and it's amazing. It makes our shower amazing.
Love that.
We have a puppy and we're training her, you know, all day, every day.
Puppies are the best.
Yeah, we're doing so many things around the house. We're cooking and we're still supporting small businesses and ordering from restaurants and being careful with packaging and things and wiping things down and being careful. But like, that's also important too, to support these small businesses because they need that. But a lot of places, like check out some things on those like food delivery services and see like some of your favorite restaurants. Like you still can have that food and should order it from them. All of those places are like taking the necessary precautions to make sure that they're safe and that our food is safe. And I literally have like curtain rods next to me because we have curtain rods coming to like finally, we've been in this place for 1.5 years and we're finally going to put curtains up on in this window in our bedroom. And you know, just little things. Little things. I just finished a book that I'm obsessed with. That was really wonderful. It's called My Dark Vanessa. It's very heavy. It's about a young girl who is in high school, who falls in love with her teacher. Wow. It goes back and forth between her perspective as like a 15-year-old and her perspective later as an adult. And I read about the author. It's fiction. But I don't have it with me. I can't think of her name right now. My Dark Vanessa. But it was interesting. She said she had started writing it when she was really young, and she actually was writing it as a love story because that's what she thought it was. And then as she started to get older, she realized how twisted it was. And it was really dark and heavy, but in an odd way, I didn't want it to end. I wanted to know like the rest of her life. And that's another thing. Like I love reading, but like it's so nice when I get home from work to sit on the couch and watch TV, because I can't read 2 pages of a book without falling asleep. So anyway, there's so many things to get done. What are you doing? You're cooking a lot, right?
I'm cooking a lot. I'm cooking like 10 meals a day, but then
chopping your fingers off.
And chopping my fingers off. But then the problem is that I'm like eating said 10 meals a day.
Same.
But no, I mean, look, especially being in the position that we're both in,
Yeah.
I think that in a way, this has been some sort of strange, dark blessing. You know, I've been, you know, calling Paul from Montreal where we shoot the Bold Type and, you know, kind of being like, I miss you and I wish I was home. And
Yeah.
I'm always falling into this pattern of when I'm working, I wish I was home. When I'm home, I wish I was working. And this has kind of placed me in a position where I have to be present exactly where I am.
Sure.
And this has kind of given me exactly what I want, which is room and space to like find myself and find creativity, do the things that I've been putting off.
Yeah.
The other day, you know, my parents live in Florida. The other day I did this really cute thing with my mom where we had the same ingredients and we FaceTimed and we cooked the same meal together.
That's really sweet. I love that.
Which was really sweet and cute.
Yeah.
And, you know, I posted a little bit about it, but, you know, getting my start on American Idol and, you know, kind of going through that whole process, I always thought that I was going to be a singer. And I always thought that that was my career path. And moving out to LA, I got really discouraged in that. And I've always kind of dealt with feeling insecure about music. And what I'm realizing is that I think that with music, if people don't like it or if it's not good, it feels like a direct reflection of me. It's something that I can so easily tether myself to.
Yeah.
And so if people don't like it, I'm like, they don't like me. And I don't know why my first go-to is to be that people won't like it, but I think that that's like the perfectionist in me.
Of course, yeah.
Whereas when I'm acting, I can separate myself. I'm like, if people don't like Jane or they don't like, you know, a character that I play, it's not me. It's a character.
Sure.
But something about like releasing music, like I wrote a song with Paul the other day and I really love it and we produced it and we kind of have been talking about.
Are you going to send it to me?
I'm going to send it to you.
Thank you.
But we're talking about doing like a quarantine EP. And I've just kind of come to a place where this has definitely, this whole experience of being quarantined and being at home has led me to kind of eliminate my fears and just be like, why not? Like, why not release
Well, when
music?
else would you be able to do it? Like, there's no excuses. Like, that's silly enough. That's what we were talking about with having a puppy. Like, we were going to get one when John moved home, and we kept thinking, like, yeah, we'll just do it then, do it then. Is this irresponsible to get one now? And then we were like, actually, it's genius because we're here this whole time. Like, when else are we going to have uninterrupted time to just like be home? So like making an EP together and doing that together where like you're not interrupted by literally anything is like now's the time. John's been teaching guitar lessons and vocal lessons, and that's been such a blessing too, obviously, because he feels like he definitely has like a purpose every day. So yeah, I mean, this time can be very helpful for all of us too if we just like take it and like, I'm not saying that every day is perfect. Like, I definitely, we have some lazy days here for sure, which are also necessary. Like, we need that too. But there's lots to get done, you know.
Somebody asked if my earring is falling apart. No, it's supposed to be like that.
No.
Yeah, no, it's a weird time, but I think like allow yourself the permission to be human. If you're feeling really inspired, not feeling inspired, like chill on the couch, watch a show that you've been wanting to watch Last Man Standing or The Bold Type.
I am watching.
Simple plan. Yeah. But I just think, you know, this is a blessing. And like you said, like, I think it's really important that we all stay home and that we are all researching to stay informed, but that we're researching and staying informed on like the right stuff.
What? Oh, you guys, also, if you want to be entertained, our friend Constantine that we were talking about an hour and a half ago, he has a new Instagram show called Quarantine with Constantine, and it is, well,
which is
watch.
Genius. A genius title.
Go to Constantine Rizzulli. He just messaged on here that says, I'm an alien.
He says, yes,
Don't know why.
plug it.
We love him so much. He started our original
Cruel
cast of
Intentions
Cruel
with us.
Intentions. He's the best.
We both
What
got
are we
to
about?
kiss him on stage. Praise.
A lot. Yeah, praise Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we love you all. And I love you.
And I love you. I know. I was like so nervous about wanting to do like an Instagram live thing because I was like, who's gonna watch it? But I like don't care about anybody. I mean, I care about all of you watching it.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it for people to watch it. I'm doing it for the connection. If there's anything that this brings is I hope that there's people that feel connected to us. I hope you all feel connected to us. And you know, I think that it's a time for all of us to feel empowered by each other. So I just want to be able to be a part of that in some way and get people to get to know the people that I love and get to know me. But yes, I love you all. I'm so happy you're here. I didn't finish my sentence. But yes, I'm going to be doing more of these. Thank you for being the first person who does this.
I'm so excited.
With me.
I know that I was the first. I can't wait to.
We're going to do more than one. It's not just going to be this one.
Yeah. Well,
but
I'm around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes, I'm calling it Hold the Phone.
Hold the phone.
Our phones.
For so many meetings.
And I'm going to be doing some workouts on here. I already got a few of those lined up with some trainers. So they're going to kick my ass and it's going to be really embarrassing. But we're all
can't wait.
Together.
Oh my God, you're so brave. I can't imagine doing that.
I'm like, wait, I'm going to put on workout clothes and exercise in front of people.
I don't know what that's like anymore. Doing my hair and makeup today was a struggle, let me tell you. Like, I have 4 knots in.
This is giving me, doing this, I'm going to try to do it every day.
Yeah.
But this is like giving me the ability to feel like a human again.
Yeah.
And also I love that I like come downstairs and Paul's like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, I put makeup on.
No, literally, not even kidding. 2 days ago, I showered and blow dried my hair, and John and I like sit down to watch something and have dinner, and he just looks at me, he goes, babe, you look really nice. Don't have any makeup on. He loves me. But like jeans, like ripped shirt. And he's like, you look really nice. And he has like jeans on and a t-shirt, and he goes, we dressed up for each other today. And he was being like totally honest. And I was like, yeah, this is, I mean, like, if anything, we're learning to appreciate, you know, the small things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways,
I
I love you.
I love you.
Please, everybody keep watching. I'm going to keep doing these. I think tomorrow I'm going to interview my husband. We'll see how that goes.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And Winnie.
And Winnie. Like, Winnie's the most important guest, but yeah.
Yes.
Well, I love you so much.
I love you.
Mwah.
I'll talk to you later.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Have a great night.
Bye.